Hey everybody, welcome back to the Weekly Insider. Josh and Tyler here. Usually we post Wednesday and Thursday, but schedules are getting difficult and, life is just life. So from now on, we are going to be going down to one episode a week. It's going to be on Friday mornings, same time, 9 a.m., but Friday mornings. So right now is Thursday. Our recording days are Thursday, which is before the Thursday night game. So our prediction is still valid. And obviously you'd see it through the app anyways. But Fridays, if you wanted to hear our take about the Thursday night game, you're not going to really be able to hear it. But yeah, without any further ado, let's hop right into the picks for our Pick'em League. I don't know if we're really going to go over the whole fantasy thing anymore. We're just going to keep it simple. Go with one episode a week. Picks, strictly picks. So without any further ado, let's hop into it.
Shout out who won last week.
Oh yeah, we'll do that weekly, yeah, for sure. Last week was
Amar
insane.
Ryan T again?
No, Ryan T solo victory royale again, dude.
All right, so then it was me and two others, one behind him.
Austin, Brian, you, and Amar, all with one pick less behind him. Good week for everybody. And then there's me with 8. I suck. I am trash, dude. And the Bills lost, went to the Monday night game. It was great. I had a good time. But, dude, they lost, man.
Nobody circles the wagons like the New England
Brother,
Patriots.
I literally was going to pick New England.
You didn't.
And I didn't. Because
I did.
Yeah, well, I didn't.
Didn't expect 50-mile-an-hour wind gusts, but...
I also didn't expect him to throw 3 times.
That is wild.
Ridiculous, bro. And I'm not going to talk about it. The Bills' defense, aside from that one breakout run by Damian Harris, they actually did really well against the run.
Yeah, they did fine.
What do you expect?
Yeah.
I don't know. People are giving them too much crap about, the rush defense was terrible.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. I saw something today about how the Bills' rush defense has been bad because they've given up 600 yards the last 3 games, but didn't think about the fact that they just played against the run 40-some times this game.
Yeah, bro.
30-something against the Colts.
It was the one with, the 3 games that you can take all the stats from are the Titans, the Colts, and now the New England Patriots. Yeah. All of them, I think, had over, at least, like you said, about 30 or 40 rushing attempts, which is absurd for any defense to face.
Yeah.
But yeah, nonetheless, let's hop into our picks, baby. Starting week 14 off strong with a Thursday night game. I think it's actually a pretty interesting one. Yeah. Although, we're not going to go too in depth because the game will be over. It's the Steelers at Minnesota Vikings. I'm going to take the Minnesota Vikings here. They just had a really tough loss against the Detroit Lions of all freaking teams. But they got to bounce back. And I think primetime Kirk Cousins is going to step up. He's going to have one of those good games where he isn't terrible.
Forgot about that.
Yeah, I know. Primetime Kirk. But I don't know. I think one of these games, he's going to do good. I think this is going to be the one.
So I feel like this is, week 14 now,
14,
I think?
14.
I think if we were to replay the first 13 episodes, you've probably said at least 3 or 4 times the Vikings have to bounce back. I think every week they have lost.
Kirk Cousins is playing well, though.
Yeah.
He's a top 10 quarterback right now.
Maybe statistically, but I don't know about overall.
Well, no, I mean, I'm not saying I would take him overall, 10th, but I'm just saying, he is playing a top 10 quarterback.
I am also going to take the Vikings. I think last week obviously bad loss, but they're getting back now. Dalvin Cook, we'll see what type of Dalvin Cook they get.
But they're losing Adam Thielen.
Yeah, but they are also on defense getting back their 2 best linebackers.
Yeah. One
of which is Eric Kendricks, who's just maybe one of the best linebackers in the league, and then also Pat Pete, probably their number 1 or 2 corner. So I think their defense could take a step up here in Pittsburgh. I'm just very iffy on.
Yeah, they're hit or miss, I feel.
Also, I did like the Ravens play call. I think it was the right move because both they're starting.
I loved it too, man.
Because Peters is already out for the year, and then Marlon Humphrey tore his pec on the Steelers' last touchdown. So now he's out for the year, but that would have meant they didn't have him for OT, obviously. Yeah. Plus on the road, division game.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
Trust your quarterback to make a play.
It literally brings us back to week 6 when they played the Titans, the Bills. It's the exact same scenario. 4th and 1 on the Titans 6. They get the first down. They potentially score a touchdown, win the game. It's a whole different story. But I like that.
It's a little different. That's a little more risky just because even if you get the 4th one,
you still have to get the touchdown. True. But
whereas
I'm just saying
they hit it, they win.
But they get the same. The outcome was the same, and people are still having the same thought. They should just kick the field goal. Should just.
Yeah, it was just a great play by T.J. Watt. I saw someone kind of go over it. Watt didn't even bother with the running back. He said if they give it to running back, whatever. He just went right at Lamar, which He didn't even try to go for the sack though. Like he went a really rounded angle to take away
to
the
try to get
lane.
the pass. Yeah.
So that's why Lamar had to throw just a little bit further.
Mark Andrews, man, just to close, just out of his
that's
fingertips.
tough though.
Oh, tough catch for
find
sure.
a way to like, tip it to yourself.
Yeah.
But I am So
Vikings.
back to the story. Yeah, I'm going with the Vikings this game.
Both going Vikings, so we'll find out tomorrow.
In a close, relatively low scoring.
I think it's going to be a close
21-20.
I'll take 21-20. Give one to Deontay Johnson. All right, let's move on. Sunday, first matchup, we got the Ravens at the Browns. Ravens are just losing people left and right.
Yep.
I think the Browns. I'm going to go with the Browns here. I think this is a must-win for them. They're
coming off bye too.
Yep, coming off bye, but also just in general, the AFC is so tough, dude. Like, I feel like every team is like 1 or 2 games behind, and that's it.
There's before the Patriots game, the difference between first place and 13th place was the same difference between 13th and 14th place in the AFC.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Because the Dolphins are in 13th at 6-7.
Yeah,
which would be a playoff spot in the NFC. Tied for, I think, 7th.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. The AFC is so good, man.
Patriots win made it 3-game difference.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I'm going with Browns up.
Yeah, this is tough because Browns are coming off a loss, and their biggest issue was Baker's health, obviously.
Yeah.
So I mean, he hasn't really had a week to rest. He had the 1 week right after he dislocated his shoulder, I think. That when Case Keenum played. But other than that, he hasn't really had time to truly rest.
Yeah.
It's in Cleveland too. I'll go with Cleveland, but it's 50-50.
Oh no, I don't pick Cleveland going, oh yeah, they're gonna totally smoke the Ravens.
Yeah.
But
Cleveland's the favorite by 2.5 points, but I'm picking the Ravens to cover. That's what I was debating, to go Ravens. So I'm just gonna hedge my bets here.
All right. Well, let's move on. We got the Jaguars at the Titans. Titans are coming off a bye, right? I believe so.
Yes.
Yeah. So I don't know. I really don't know what to think of this Titans team. I feel like they've had good games and they've had bad games. I think I'm gonna roll the Titans just because they're against the Jaguars. But I honestly could see the Jaguars win this game. Completely honest, but
yeah, I'm gonna go with the Titans just because I think the Jaguars just not pretty. I saw something like Trevor Lawrence is by far the worst quarterback in completion percentage above expected, which basically just measures a typical. I don't even know how it does it, but a typical NFL quarterback if they would complete that pass. So that's expected. So Tua's pretty good in that statistic, but I just got some advertisement. But Trevor Lawrence is by far the worst in the league this year, which is kind of weird. But yeah, I just hate this Urban Meyer offense. I mean, we said for so many years how these Ohio State guys coming out of college were really good in college and then bust in the NFL. And then a lot of it was because they had to grow a lot mentally when they got to the NFL, and now now you're taking that scheme from college and putting it in the NFL, and it's clear why these quarterbacks didn't work out in the NFL. The scheme is just not meant for NFL. So these guys have to learn completely different schemes and everything. So I went with the Titans, just putting another piece in there about how much I hate Urban Meyer in the NFL.
All right. Yeah, I don't think he's a great coach, and he's staying. That's what he said.
Really good college coach because his scheme is very simple and it works in college.
Yeah.
But when every NFL player is just as smart as he is, basically.
Yeah. All right. Well, moving on, we got a little AFC West, right? West.
Yeah.
West matchup. We got the Raiders at the Kansas City Chiefs. Chiefs have been firing on all cylinders, and the Raiders have lost 2 back-to-back, right?
I don't know if it's 2 back-to-back. I don't think they were 6-4. But it could.
Oh no, I think they beat the Cowboys. They beat the Cowboys and then
they did on Thanksgiving.
Yeah. So then, okay, but they are coming off a loss.
Yeah.
Man.
Tough one too.
I was gonna go with the Raiders. My gut's saying Raiders, so I'm just gonna go with the Raiders here. I mean, this is gonna be a good game, and if not, the Kansas City Chiefs are gonna blow them out of the water. So.
I say the line's 9.5, and I took the Chiefs to cover. I think the Chiefs defense. I remember
stepping up.
Remember 4 or 5 weeks ago, I said we've seen this defense play at a really high level like they did in the Super Bowl run a couple years ago, and I think literally after that videos, their defense has been playing really well.
They have been. They stepped it up for sure since week 6 or something.
So, hey, I'm going with the Chiefs here. The defense is playing well, and I think this is the type of game where their offense can kind of bounce back. Their offense hasn't been great. But was Edwards-Helaire back last week? Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was. He's been playing pretty well the last 2 weeks.
Yeah. What are you doing over there?
What is playing?
But yeah, I'm going with the Chiefs here, and I think by a pretty big margin.
Alrighty.
Nothing in there.
All right. Next game we got honestly a pretty boring game to be completely honest. Saints at the Jets. I'm just gonna go with the Saints here. It's probably the safer pick. The Jets are not good. And the Saints are also not that great. I don't even know what to think of this game, but I'm going with the Saints here.
Yeah, I'm going with the Saints. Kamara's back, which obviously be a big boost, and the Jets have been the worst team in the NFL against the rush, I think. So yeah, I'm going to go with the Saints here.
Okay. Simple enough. Next, we got the Cowboys at Washington. Well, NFC East matchup. Washington 4 games straight. Cowboys or were they? Who did they play?
Cowboys.
Didn't they play just a Thursday night game?
Michael Gallup had a touchdown. Yeah, it was.
Thursday
I can't remember if they
game.
won or lost. They lost.
They
I think.
lost.
No, I think they won.
They won because they lost on Thanksgiving.
So we ended up 7-4.
Yes.
4.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Even though I think Cowboys are the better team, I think I'm gonna go with Washington here.
Yeah. I'm going with Dallas. I think they finally start. Mark Cooper's gonna be back to full health. They said, or expect him to be.
That's what they say every time.
No, they said last week he didn't feel well at all.
I just feel like Amari Cooper's always like injured. He's always got a lingering injury. So.
So yeah, I'm gonna go with the Cowboys. Yeah, I mean Washington's been winning some kind of close games. I think a few back-to-back last second ones. Because they had the field goal this week, and I remember the week before there was like the J.D. McKissick touchdown right at the end.
Oh, that was a few weeks. That was probably like 4 weeks ago.
No.
That J.D. McKissick touchdown?
Well, he had 2 receiving touchdowns. Pretty sure that was the game before last.
No, that was
on like Thanksgiving.
He was. That was.
Bryant's team.
I know. Yeah, let me check. J.D. McKissick.
There's a game he had rushing and receiving. Pretty
sure.
It was
Denver, week 8.
No, bro. It was that week. Right there, 12.
Against Seattle?
Yeah.
No.
Yes, where he had rushing and receiving.
You're
thinking about the one. No, there was another one last week too. Where he scored like 2 weeks ago. Where he scored like a minute left.
Oh, what was the one that was like last second?
Yeah, that was Taylor Heineke's like fucking sprints out to the left and yucked it across the field to the right, and he ran like 35 yards. There was that one too.
I
was talking about the one a week or 2 ago.
J.D. McKissick is clutch.
And I think those are 2 of his like 4 touchdowns this year.
Oh my god, look at his. Nah, this is crazy. Look at his pattern. Nothing, 20. Nothing.
Yeah,
16.
He was like that
nothing, 19. Nothing, 17. And then the pattern ended, but that would have been wild. It was like every other game. Would have been. Fantasy.
But yeah, I'm not trusting Washington really. I still think they're very up and down. They can be competitive any week, but they beat the Tampa Bay They beat the Bucs, I'm pretty sure recently. But then, they play like shit, and I think Dallas is gonna tear them apart. Honestly.
Yeah, I could see that happening for sure.
I could see Dallas putting up 35-40 this game. And Taylor Heineke's just not a guy that, with that offense, isn't a guy that can compete with them.
Who knows? Any given Sunday, though.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm going Washington. All right, let's move on. We got the Atlanta Falcons at the Carolina Panthers. Cam Newton is poo-poo, like I knew. Mm-hmm. Didn't have any hope going in. I'm back! Bitch, you're back to sucking like you always do. Yeah. He's terrible. I'm not a fan of Cam Newton. He was awesome in 2016.
Was it that recently? Jeez.
Yeah, it was
his MVP.
That's 5 years ago.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
But he was not. He's just not good, man. Like he's just not a good quarterback. So with that being said, I'm gonna go with the Falcons. I think maybe Matt Ryan has a little success in this game. I just feel like they literally use and I don't know if I'm just saying it because he's on my fantasy team, but they do not use Pitts.
Yeah.
Dude, he was literally your fourth round pick? Yeah. Or a fourth overall pick in the fucking draft, and they don't even throw him the damn ball.
Yeah.
They give him 4 targets a game.
Yeah.
He's 6'3", 220.
6'6".
Or 6'6", 220, that's what I meant.
245.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, bigger. He's a giant. Whatever.
6'3", 220. We talking about Julio?
Julio Jones, yeah. No, but seriously, the guy's a freaking beast.
Yeah.
What the hell, man? He's had a couple unfortunate drops this season. But, dude, he's good. And they just got to give him the ball. And they're just not giving him the ball. Yeah,
and it's weird because it's in a scheme where he's a tight ends coach. Arthur Smith was a tight ends coach initially for the Titans before he became the coordinator. And then also Jonnu Smith was there who had a lot of success. Delaney Walker. I don't know if he ever coached Delaney Walker. I'm going to assume he did, though.
At the Titans, you're saying, right?
Yeah. Who obviously was really
Delaney Walker was really good. I liked him.
But granted, both of those are kind of smaller run-after-catch type guys, more built like fullbacks, 6'2" types.
I think Pitts can do it all,
though. So I thought they were going to use Pitts almost like the Corey Davis type. Just kind of, not necessarily out wide, but the red zone guy, the jump ball, the deep ball guy. which is what he did at Florida and had obviously a ton of success with. Oddly enough, though, he is still, at least fantasy-wise, tight end 8.
Yeah, he's great, but also the tight end position in
right.
fantasy is very
right. It's just that he's
seldom.
consistently getting like 7 points,
Yeah,
like
dude.
3-4 catches for 40 yards.
And yeah, I'm more talking like fantasy-wise, but just in general, watching, like they don't give him the ball.
Yeah,
it's
he's
so
not being
weird,
targeted.
dude. Like I don't know, man. They definitely need to target him more. But go ahead,
for sure.
Pick, yeah.
I'm going with the Panthers though. I think I just trust their defense. I think their defense could honestly create a couple turnovers. Matt Ryan looks really bad this year, and obviously his weapon group isn't really there.
Plus with CMC on the field, you always got a chance to win. So
he's not on the field. He's out for the year.
Oh, that's right. God damn it. I forgot. You just put on IR.
But I mean, the Falcons front 7, they have like 2 good players, Grady Jarrett, Deion Jones. Otherwise, they're really soft up front. So I could see Cam Newton, not passing wise, having a big game, but I could see like Cam Newton, Chuba Hubbard running for 150 yards and a couple rushing touchdowns. Just because the Falcons front 7's kind of weak.
Yeah. Falcons just a weak all around, man.
So yeah, I don't know. This is a close one though. I'm picking the Falcons to cover. Yeah. I'm only saying this stuff because like usually I do that stuff after we've done this video, but because we're doing this later, I did that first. But I'm going with the Panthers in this one.
Sure. But yeah, I forgot about CMC, man. It's so sad. He's my favorite player to watch. All right, let's move on. We got
Logan Thomas out for the year too for Washington.
Who?
Logan Thomas.
Oh yeah, no, it's torn ACL. It's crazy.
No, there was nothing.
Or no, right.
But they said it's going to take him a couple weeks to recover from just whatever it is and
rest him. Well, at least he got his bag before he got hurt. Yeah, he got paid this year, 3 years, like $26 million, I think.
Good player.
Something like it. He's really good. I like him, but yeah, at least he got it before the injury.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's move on. We got Seattle at the Texans. Seattle. I mean, I don't really think you're going with. I know.
I know. I am going to go with Seattle, but again, I picked the Texans to cover because the spread is 7.
I can 100%.
7.5 points. I think this could be like a
minus 7.5 for the.
Yeah, it could be like 24-21 type game, but
yeah, 100%. It's gonna be a close game.
Every time I click, it's like freaking out. Well, every time it like picks a new line. Either way, I'm going with the Seahawks.
Yeah, me too.
Like I'll click one and it zooms up or down.
All right, Seahawks it is. Let's move on. We got the Lions at the Broncos. I'm going Broncos.
Yeah, I'm going Broncos.
Lions that was their only win of the year. I said in the beginning of the season, I think they're going to get one win, and that was it. And this is it. They already got it.
I will say, I was iffy on him at the beginning of the year.
1-10-1. What a record.
I was iffy on the beginning of the year, and I still kind of am as an actual coach. But I'm really interested to see how Dan Campbell does the next year or two. Because obviously he's going to stick around after this year.
I love him, man.
Depending on what they are able to do with their roster, if he can meet expectations next year, he could be let go. We've seen guys kind of fan out after 2 years.
What do you think of Jared Goff? Think he's staying?
He's all right, but he's obviously not a great quarterback.
He's not. But Dan Campbell seems to love him, man.
No, he doesn't. He was the one that was saying that Goff needed to step up.
Well, no, he was just saying that because that's just how it is. But I think he still I think he likes him.
It's the GM that likes him a lot because they brought him in from the Rams. The GM is from the Rams.
Oh, I see.
So the GM really wanted him. But I mean, no, I've said Goff is in like that 20 to 25 range where it's like
he can win you some games.
Like he can obviously get to a Super Bowl if he has a perfect team around him, like Jimmy G, and we've seen those two guys get to a Super Bowl recently. But then obviously when it came to the big game, they really didn't have what it took.
And they don't have that separation, like that's
and then once their teams kind of take a step back, the 49ers obviously lost a bunch of guys over the last couple of years, and Rams did too, and now we see them on the Lions. They're not great quarterbacks, but they're good enough. So I don't know, but I am interested to see what happens with Dan Campbell because you see the video of him in the locker room after the game, like basically almost in tears and saying like that's how you fucking fight, like just really rah guy.
No, I love Dan Campbell, bro.
So I don't know. I kind of see him becoming maybe like a Ron Rivera type, but the thing is he has to be good at coaching offense or defense. And I actually don't know which one he coaches. He's a tight ends coach, so I'd assume offense. But I mean like all those rah guys like McDermott, defensive guy. When I say rah, I mean like they're not known to be like the best like actual coordinators, but they're kind of like the managers, like just demand the shit out of everybody. Tomlin defense, Rivera defense. So I'm interested to see how he does. Yeah. But I am going with the Broncos in this one.
Okay, so am I. Moving on, we got the Giants at the Chargers. Chargers, man, looking good. Even though I said last week they look very inconsistent, looks like they're starting to I don't know, I guess find a rhythm. But could be out. They could be without their two best receivers
and their top two quarterbacks. Oh, one of those things back, Glennon maybe.
Oh, cornerbacks, you said.
Quarter. Daniel Jones is hurt.
I'm talking about the Chargers.
I know. Oh, they're
two best receivers.
Well, Giants are also without.
They're also without their
two or three best receivers.
Well, the Giants don't have anybody.
Yeah.
Jake Fromm might start this week.
Yeah. See, you randomly just scroll down on me. No, I'm not even looking at that game.
No, I'm going with the Chargers here. Giants are just so banged up, dude. Barkley's still again on the injury report, and I don't think he'll be 100% the rest of the year, anyways. But like, he looked all right against. Oh my God, it was literally last week, bro.
Wasn't the Eagles? That was 2 weeks ago.
No, it wasn't the Eagles. It was
Mike Glennon.
Holy shit. He looked good against the Dolphins. He looked solid. But he only had 11 carries.
Yeah.
Who knows with Barkley? But the receiving core is just in shambles as far as the Giants go. But like I was saying, the Chargers could be without their two best receivers. Keenan Allen's on the COVID list, and Mike Williams is dealing with an injury. As per usual. Isn't he?
No, he's a close
I thought
contact.
It was his hip. Oh, that's right. It was his close contact.
But I think both are expected to play.
Yeah.
They both can have like a shot to play.
Mike Williams is not vaccinated though, so.
Right, that's why he has to. But he hasn't tested positive yet.
That's true. Yeah.
He just has to stay quarantined, I think, for like
5
a few
days.
days. Is it 5 days?
5 days, yeah. And he was close contact Sunday or Monday or something like that.
But he still hasn't tested positive.
Yeah, so he should be good. I mean, I'm just like the potential of them not playing. I still believe in the Chargers over the Giants for sure.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I think the Giants, honestly, at the end of this year, just need to clean house. I mean, quarterback, GM, and coach.
Joe Judge needs to go.
Yeah, I thought I liked him last year, but this team has just been really underwhelming this year.
Yeah.
And the Daniel Jones, we've seen flashes, but like it's been the same thing for 3 straight years. We've seen flashes, but there's not much development.
He's just not, yeah, dude. Like, he's a good athlete too. Like, but man, is he not that good?
Yeah, there's just no development there. So I just think it's kind of, even if it's just maybe a change of scenery is all he needs.
He reminds me of he's not as physical of a runner, but he reminds me of Cam Newton who can throw the ball a little better.
Yeah.
That's literally what he is. Like, he's very fast, very athletic, can throw the ball, but so inconsistent that it just.
That just reminded me. I want to mention this. Panthers firing their coordinator Joe Brady. Ridiculous move. He was a guy that he was the LSU offensive coordinator when they had like that crazy offense a couple years ago with Burrow, Chase, all those NFL guys. And then last year was his first year in the NFL. Or no, first year as a coordinator in the NFL because he was the Saints initially. That's where LSU got him from. But he got multiple head coaching interviews and obviously didn't get one. But I mean, it was obviously a guy that teams were like, yeah, this is kind of an up-and-coming head coach, offensive mind. And then I guess there was just a disagreement in the offense with how it was being run because Matt Rule wants to run the ball at least 33 times a game, he said. And Joe Brady's obviously like a big, like...
I feel like that... Dude,
modern...
Oh my God, I feel like that just doesn't work. And
So,
I say that because the Bills just lost to the fucking Patriots who ran the ball. But, like, that just does not work in this type of offense.
Yeah,
now.
I mean,
like,
you have to be such a... Like, there's offenses where it can work, like the 49ers and Shanahan.
But they do different things,
But that's
though.
that's not what that's not kind of what Joe Brady... That's not his offense.
Yeah.
So to have a head coach then come in... And again, maybe Joe Brady will get another chance really soon. Because he's thought so highly of around the league and just in football. But I just thought that was a crazy move because you gave him Sam Darnold and Cam Newton.
Know that. Yeah, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, you gave him those two guys and then a head coach who wants to run the ball 33 times a game, which
Darnold's,
can work if you have a very good scheme.
Darnold's going to come back, right? He was only out 4 to 6 weeks.
No, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah, I saw that and I was like, holy shit. Just because, like I said, he got multiple head coaching interviews last year. Like, every team that had a vacancy interviewed him. I think he was only one of 2 coaches that
I cannot believe the Carolina Panthers signed Cam Newton and said that he's here to win, or we didn't win now.
I mean,
he's not good.
But anyways, yeah, Giants need to clean house. Joe Judge reminded me of Joe Brady. So, maybe Joe Brady goes to the Giants. Maybe. He's head coach. Who's there?
All right. You going with Chargers?
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on. Got the 49ers at the Bengals. 49ers have looked pretty good. Bengals also look pretty good. Mm-hmm. I'm going to give it to the 49ers in this one. They're the underdog, I believe.
1 point.
Okay, so pretty evenly matched. Yeah, I just like the 49ers in this one. I love Kittle. I regret getting rid of him, but you know what? We're in a dynasty league, so I got Pitts now. He's 21. I'm good, but still it hurts me because I love my boy Kittle. He's just a stud, dude. He's like sometimes if he doesn't have fantasy weeks, whatever, but he's just the best tight end in the NFL, man.
Yeah,
he's the best.
It's hard to argue against Kelsey. I just think the way that Shanahan uses Kittle and his blocking ability is just like another level.
That's like you watch him every play. He is going 120% every play, blocking, running routes. He can still do. He knew just as good as Kelsey. He can still catch. Maybe not as well as Kelsey, but
I don't know. I think Kelsey's like a guy that you can easily rely on for 7-8 catches like every single game. Like he's so good over the middle.
I don't know, man.
And he can turn 10 yards into 20 yards. But Kittle's the type of guy where he might only get 4 or 5 catches, but he can turn 10 yards into 50 yards.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Because he's incredible with the ball in his hands.
He's a just overall great tight end. Like just a good player. Love him. I'm going with 49ers.
I'm also on the 49ers. I'm kind of worried because Deebo Samuel yesterday...
Questionable?
He's questionable. And today he practiced on the sideline. So he wasn't...
That's not always a bad thing, though.
Right. So, like, he's trending in the right direction. I think I saw that he's expected to play. Like, they expect him to be good to go.
Yeah.
But he's not fully practicing yet. Meanwhile, Elijah Mitchell still has yet to practice. Because not only is he in concussion protocol, but he also had, like, a knee injury.
Yeah.
So he could miss time. So it'll be interesting to see if Deebo Samuel goes back to running back a little bit more this week again.
Be interesting.
Which we've seen him do and seen a lot of success with. Because Deebo Samuel is one of the best overall players in the NFL.
Yep.
So I'm kind of worried about this 49ers team, but they still have their 2 most important pieces in George Kittle and Kyle Juszczyk. Because if Shanahan has those 2 guys, he'll do whatever the fuck he wants with the ball.
Yep.
Like I said to you or Paulo recently, there was a play where Elijah Mitchell was at tight end a couple weeks ago. Like, he just puts guys wherever and just does a ton of pre-snap motion, and just guys are going all which ways, and someone gets the ball and ends up with 5 yards. So
it's fun, man.
That's why I love Shanahan. I personally think he might be the Belichick. I think he's the top 3 coach in the NFL.
Top 5.
Got Mike Ryan at MVP, took the Falcons to the Super Bowl. Look what happened the next year.
I'll agree with top 5. But yeah, let's move on to the next game. The last 4 o'clock game, we got the Buffalo Bills at the Buccaneers. I am going with the Buccaneers. The Bills have been very disappointing this year, dude.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit. They started off so strong, and again, it was against, like, pretty shitty teams. So, Josh Allen is still a special talent. I think he's really good. He just hasn't... He's been very inconsistent this year.
The decision-making.
Yeah, I think it's that, but also, I can't. You can't even blame the weather, but he has had some pretty rough weather games. Like there was one like pure rain, a lot of wind. There's a couple games with a lot of rain. He played in 2 games where there was a lot of rain, and then the Monday night against the Patriots was very windy.
Yeah.
So like the weather has not been on his side, but like you can't really use that as an excuse. Like I don't know, Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills offense has just been very inconsistent. They have their shot, they have their moments where it's like, wow, this is why they're an elite team.
Yeah.
But dude, they're just so fucking inconsistent, and it's so frustrating as a Bills fan. Like, what are we doing? We should be stomping people sometimes. Like, not saying we should win every game, but dude, some of these games we should be winning, and it's just I think the Buccaneers are the better team, so I'm gonna go with the better team, and it's a win-win for me if the Buccaneers get the pick right, but if they don't, Bills win. So I'm going with the Buccaneers in this one.
Yeah, I agree. The Buccaneers are the better team, like all around.
Yep.
However, I think although Bills have a pretty banged up secondary too. Mainly Trey White's out about it, but that was their biggest position, like weakest position to begin with.
Yeah. Not very deep in corner.
So, damn.
Taron Johnson. We have Taron Johnson.
He's a slot guy.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. He's not like a not like a true corner. So
I was gonna pick the Bills. I'm kind of thinking about it now, just because, like I said, Trey White being out. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
And the Buccaneers obviously.
Well, this would be an interesting game though. Bills against Patriots
Tampa,
again.
So there shouldn't be any
weather
excuse.
But that still shouldn't be
until you get a hurricane right before the game.
No, I did say call for winds, but probably light wind. It's probably like a breezy day or something.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Bills in this one. I think Josh Allen hits a couple deep shots this week. Buccaneers, like I said, banged up secondary. Really banged up secondary all year.
This is a must-win for the Bills.
And yeah, no AB again, which I think is really thrown, like not really, but kind of throwing things off for Brady. I don't think the Buccaneers' offense has been as successful as it was early on with him.
Yeah.
Just because he's like, I saw someone making the breakdown of like, Tom Brady obviously is a very smart quarterback.
Yeah.
And the Buccaneers run a lot of like option routes. So like the wide receiver, you kind of run whatever route it is, and then based on like the defense, you're supposed to read the defense as a receiver and maybe like cut in or cut
read
out.
the corner and stuff like
whatever
that.
It is, like you're supposed to read something and make a route, cut your route one or the other.
AB did a lot of those.
Yes, so they had AB doing that a lot, and I guess AB's obviously a great receiver.
Oh yeah.
So he just kind of saw the game the same as Brady, which is probably why Brady loves him so much.
Yep.
So they were hitting on a lot of those, and now that we're seeing kind of guys like Mike Evans is running some of those, and then I even know Tyler Johnson is he their third now.
Ty Johnson, yeah.
Yeah. They just don't have that same chemistry, and like they're not reading the game the same as Brady is. So we're seeing Brady kind of not hitting those guys as often.
Yeah.
So I think this Buccaneers offense is taking a step back, even though Leonard Fournette is randomly becoming best receiving running back in the league. That's an exaggeration, but he's had like 7+ catches in 3 or 4 straight games.
I put him on my top 10.
Yeah.
It's an insight. That joke is so awesome. It's gonna live on forever.
He's running back 4 now in fantasy.
Is he? Yeah. That joke is so funny. We recorded a video and it never went up because it just was too long and it wasn't really what I wanted to put out. But I had Leonard Fournette in my top 10 and
this was mid
he
last
gave
year.
me shit about it, and so I was like, all right, fuck you.
It was mid last year where he was still splitting touches with Ronald Jones.
Now look at him.
Yeah, he's fine, but he's got
pioneer of my time. But no, I was just thinking it's funny.
But I am gonna go with the Bills here. Like I said, I think I just trust their defense a little more too.
Listen, I hope the fucking Bills win. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Need to win. Next Sunday night matchup, we got the Bears at the Packers. Packers play the
Bears on Sunday at 8:20 p.m.
I know, Siri. I just said that.
Them.
I know. Thanks, Siri. I'm going with the Packers here, man. Packers winning it.
I think they win it in a blowout. Justin Fields is
probably.
in there. Justin Fields is starting again, I think.
Oh my god.
And Packers are getting. Actually, no, they're not getting anyone back yet. But Jerry Alexander was cleared to return, so he'll be back the next couple of weeks. Still in the news on.
I hope the Packers win by 40. I got Valdez Scaling this week. So.
Yeah.
I think one touchdown from him. That's all I need. Aaron Rodgers, please.
Packers are gonna blow them out, I think.
Yeah, probably.
Right. I think you're probably the best team in the NFL right now.
Oh yeah, I think so too.
They're 9-3, and they're getting 3 All-Pro players back. That's just wild to me.
They're stepping up, bro. Coaching, everything. They're doing it. They're doing it all. All right, let's move on to a Monday night matchup, which is actually very good. I'm excited for. We got the Rams at the Cardinals. Both teams playing well. This is a pretty big matchup for the NFC West, right? NFC West, yeah. I am going with the Rams. I originally wanted the Rams, and I think the Rams are going to win it. Kyler's back though, which is big for them.
Yeah, he had a good week last week.
So,
I think 4 total touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Rams though. I think the Rams, they're starting to click a little better. That offense is looking better. The offenses look good, obviously, but I'm just, like with Odell, the addition to him didn't make it worse. He has 2 touchdowns in those last 2 games. So
yeah, still not doing like much overall.
No, he's not. Well, he's not the
Maybe
2015
like
Odell or whatever. 2000.
He's only 29 though. That's just the thing.
I think I know. I like it. I like the Rams. The Rams in this matchup. I mean, the Cardinals are still the Cardinals are a really good team. Rams. That's
Yeah, I'm going with the Rams as well. I've said it for a few weeks now, even though they keep winning. The Cardinals are obviously a good team. I just for some I
don't look at them as a Titan though.
Right, like I think they're not as good as these other good teams. Even though every time I say that, they still win.
They still win. They find ways to win games, which is what you need to do. But again, I think I know what you're talking about. Like you don't look at them and go
like their defense doesn't scare me.
They're super tough.
Right, like their defense doesn't scare me. Their running game doesn't scare me.
The only thing that scares me. The only thing that scares me is Kyler.
That's it.
That guy can make a play last for 20 seconds because he can scramble, open the field up. Like
even D-Hop's not having a big year.
He's also hurt. He's playing injured.
Yeah, well, he still wasn't before then.
No, I mean, he's always had the lingering hamstring the whole season so far.
I don't know. He didn't miss a game until like a couple weeks ago.
No, that's the thing. He never misses games because he plays through the injury. He just hasn't been D-Hop of old. Like, I don't know. This year has been lackluster. Let's see. As far as like stats
He's only had a couple big games, and it was only because of touchdowns. Does he have any 100-yard games this year?
Not a single one.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. He hasn't been playing like DeAndre Hopkins.
That's what I'm saying. He doesn't scare me really.
Wow, his first weeks 1 through 7, he had 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He had 7 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
He was averaging a touchdown a game. Obviously,
right, because he's still a great jump ball. He's still made the best hands.
Great
in the NFL.
hands, yeah, amazing.
So he can go up and get the ball, but yeah, he's just not. I don't know.
He also had missed 3 games, and then they had the bye. So yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Cardinals really good team still, but I just don't think as a team they're as good as. But their quarterback just takes things to another level. So I'm gonna go with the Rams.
Facts. Okay. Well, that'll conclude it, baby. That's our Pick'em League. The episodes are going to be a little longer because this is strictly it, once a week Friday.
Mm-hmm.
So drop a like and subscribe every week. Post our picks for the NFL season. And we'll probably, we did it last year. We talked a little bit on the off season about certain things.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll keep the episodes once a week. And then once the off season comes, maybe like once every month or so. But it'll always, anytime a Weekly Insider gets posted, it will be on Friday at 9 a.m. It doesn't matter.
Until Deshaun Watson gets traded on a Saturday.
Then it'll be an emergency meeting. Kind of like Dave Portnoy. Emergency press conference. Yeah. But, no, yeah, we're going to keep the Weekly Insider episodes consistently on Fridays now, just because of scheduling and everything. And, I got to go into detail, but life is just life. So, works out for us. Thursdays, it's good. And then we missed the one game, whatever. Not a big deal, because we still get our picks in to the game, but it'll be the next day. Thanks for watching. We'll see y'all next Friday, 9 a.m. Enjoy your football weekend, and we'll see you next week. Peace.